Absolutely do not fall asleep in class, or you'll get snatched up by the school's ice queen. Right in the middle of class, I was drifting off, when suddenly a gorgeous girl burst in. I was mesmerized by her beauty as she headed straight for me. She grabbed my wrist tightly and yanked me out of my seat. Hey, beautiful, who are you? Let go of me. I stumbled along, being dragged by her. Even if she was the most popular girl in school, that's no way to treat people. Mr. Davies, the math teacher, finally snapped out of it and rushed forward. Excuse me, miss? Who are you, and what do you think you're doing? The girl stopped abruptly. She gave Mr. Davies a chilling look, her thin, red lips forming the words Seraphina Sterling. The name reverberated like thunder throughout the city, and even the whole country. Who didn't know this business prodigy? At just 19, she had inherited the entire Sterling Corporation empire. Seraphina's face remained expressionless as her cold voice cut through the air. May I take him now? Without waiting for an answer, Seraphina yanked me away, leaving everyone gaping and wondering what had just happened. Seconds later, the classroom erupted. Was that really Seraphina Sterling? I saw Seraphina Sterling in the flesh. Cody Thorne actually knows her. He's so lucky. 10 minutes later, I was hunched over a trash can, throwing up everything I had eaten that morning, my face pale, legs shaking so badly I nearly collapsed in front of passers-by. A Lamborghini pulled up beside me. The driver's side door opened, and a pair of pristine shoes touched the ground. The girl's aura of superiority radiated naturally as she slammed the car door shut. You could have at least waited until nobody was around before you puked. Do you think I wanted to throw up? You were driving like you were trying to meet your maker. I snapped, wiping my mouth, furious. Plus, I don't even know this girl. Okay, why haven't you even bothered to explain why you dragged me here? I'm not your personal pack mule. I added with a tone of sarcasm and exasperation. Seraphina, her face utterly blank, walked around me and stared straight ahead, her voice laced with command. Follow me. Follow you to hell. Goodbye. I turned to leave. Dare take another step. Seraphina turned back, her eyes narrowing slightly, a cold warning in them. I'm telling you now, there's a life upstairs hanging in the balance, waiting for you to save it. If you know what's good for you, you'll follow me. Otherwise, I won't hesitate to send you to meet your maker instead. This girl was stunning, but terrifying. Her tone was so calm, devoid of any anger, yet she held such power that nobody would dare refuse. A life waiting for me to save. Startled, I looked up and realized we were at City General Hospital. People streamed in and out. I didn't ask any more questions and quickly followed her. Our hurried steps stopped in front of a ward that was already chaotic. A doctor, looking anxious, rushed up. Miss Sterling, you're finally here. The doctor glanced at me, surprised by my appearance. I instinctively looked away, lowering my head and shielding my face with my hand. Ever since the incident, whenever people stared at me, I instinctively wanted to hide. There's no time to waste. The doctor turned to the nurse, barking orders to prepare for surgery immediately. Surgery? I was completely bewildered. I was minding my own business in class when a beautiful, but extremely annoying, girl brought me to a hospital ward. Wait a minute. Who was that kid in the hospital bed over there? I looked at Seraphina in shock. Your daughter? Seraphina rolled her eyes. I'm 19. OMG. You're only 19 and you have a daughter? Wow, you are so ahead of your time. My incredulous voice echoed through the ward. Seraphina looked at the doctor beside her. Will his blood affect her intelligence? The doctor explained earnestly. Miss Sterling, rest assured, blood transfusions have no effect on intelligence. Turning to me, the doctor added, Sir, I trust you understand the situation. Miss Sterling's younger sister was in a car accident and needs an emergency transfusion. Unfortunately, she has a rare blood type, Rh-null, and only your blood is compatible. Please, follow me to the operating room immediately. Soon, I was in the operating room, a dazed look on my face, watching my blood being drawn through a tube. Finally, I understood. The girl who'd forcefully dragged me here was none other than the famous Serafina Sterling. Serafina's younger sister had been in an accident, and because of her rare blood type, it was incredibly difficult to find a donor. By chance, I had the same blood type, so Serafina had come looking for me. After the blood draw, I sat on the side, resting my arm, and glanced at the Sterling girl, who had been stabilized but was still unconscious. Serafina was watching over her at the bedside. She leaned back on the sofa, a laptop resting on her thighs. Her fingers flew across the keyboard, lines of complex code flashing across the screen. Serafina stared intently at the screen. Finally, seeing the data displayed, she frowned slightly. Still no information on him. There's still no trace of him. Is he even alive? If he is, why has his information completely vanished from the face of the earth? Forgotten on the side, I was pretty pissed, but a ghost drifted over. Hey, Serafina ignored me, indifferently closing her laptop. I folded my arms, giving her a pointed glare. Aren't you going to say thank you? Someone just saved your sister's life. I gave a lot of blood, that hurt, you know. Ever since I left the operating room, this girl hadn't even looked at me once. Serafina laughed, as if hearing the world's best joke, glaring at me coldly. Why should I thank you? In her eyes, the fact that she wasn't killing my family was an act of charity. Wow, and I'm supposed to be grateful for that? I was about to swear when the ward door burst open and a middle-aged couple hurried in. As soon as the man walked in, I almost thought I was blind. Dad? What's Dad doing here? My father, John Thorne, was looking anxiously at Serafina, sweat pouring down his face. Wringing his hands, he turned his gaze on me. You dare show your face? I called you earlier. Why didn't you answer your phone? Your aunt just ran into the Sterling's daughter, he continued. She almost bled to death. Luckily, I remembered you had a rare blood type the same with their youngest daughter. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to think about the consequences. The middle-aged woman beside him bowed ingratiatingly to Serafina. Miss Sterling, we've finished the admission procedures for your sister. We heard the surgery was successful. My heart has finally been relieved. We have no idea what to say. It's all our fault. Please, Miss Sterling, if you need anything, tell us. As long as we can do it, we'll do anything. Please have mercy on us. Have mercy, huh? Serafina sneered, tossing her laptop aside. Just a moment ago, your son was demanding that I thank him. My face flushed, completely unaware of the situation. Serafina's demeanor never got better. The middle-aged woman, upon hearing this, raised her eyebrows and changed her tone. That little brat is intentionally causing trouble for us, isn't he? What is it that you are? It's your honor to donate blood to young Miss Sterling. You dare ask Miss Sterling to thank you? What good is that? This woman's name was Susan Miller, John's second wife and my stepmother. 5 years ago, Susan Miller got her position successfully. My parents divorced, and the divorce excited my mom intensely, and she jumped from a building, and although she was lucky to survive, she had been in a coma. In those 5 years, I lost everything. My hands unconsciously clenched into fists, my head buzzing, and I could barely control myself from slapping her. My father beside me was angry. Cody, I am asking you. Ask the Sterling's daughter. After all, it's our family that caused her sister to have a car accident. I sneered. Do I even have a family now? That backstabber Susan Miller personally kicked me out of the Thorne household that year. When have you ever called this place our home? Seeing I was unmoved, Susan's voice grew shriller, pointing at me. Cody Thorne, are you trying to kill us? Did you not hear what your father told you? Hurry up and roll over here and apologize to the Sterling daughter. As she spoke, she rolled up her sleeves, looking like she was about to teach me a lesson. Enough. Serafina stood up, her eyes icy, her voice without a trace of warmth. Who gave you the audacity to turn this into a circus? Not really, Miss Sterling. Just let me explain a bit more, Susan Miller hastily said. Get out. Serafina said, looking impatiently at Susan Miller and John Thorne. Others have a place to live. The other can be consulted with my lawyer. So don't show up in my sight, or you will suffer. Susan Miller was frightened, and she did not want to walk through the door. With the power of the Sterling family, if Serafina was angry about the car accident, then the Thorne group would only be waiting to die a silent death. Miss Sterling, we'll leave now. Serafina's face was still light and calm, but her voice was so cold that it was terrifying. Don't make me repeat myself a third time, or you know what will happen. Susan and John's faces both paled in terror. Yes, 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 we'll leave now. As she spoke, she pulled John Thorne along, not forgetting to glance at me. What are you standing there for? Get lost. I wish you died first. I retorted. The middle-aged woman didn't give it a second thought and turned on John. Stop talking to those kind of people. He is so bad at making a conversation, let's go. The middle-aged woman didn't give it a second thought and turned on John. Enough. He didn't forget to turn his head and look over at Cody. Cody, come out with us. I shot them a look before patting the little girl's head. You're called Lucy, right? I have to go now. You should get some rest. Goodbye. Sadly, I looked at the cute kid and stood up, headed for the door. Lucy was worried. The people I am with hurt you. She had been trying to hold me there, but it was no use and I had to leave. Sister, call the brother quickly, and the brother also asked you not to say that, and help me and the brother. I am in the hospital here, and the brother will be safe. Serafina's people didn't care if it was her relative's fault, they didn't want me back, so I just decided to let her be happy. Susan Miller, standing beside her, quickly said, you don't need to repay the money, but you can get some. What does that mean? And it's easy to find something for him, so don't say that. Lucy asked the man on the floor again, who is the father? And that one is Cody. Susan Miller pulled John and made him introduce me. I am that girl's older sibling. She would stay with us and stay good. So Lucy couldn't talk, so she asked the women on the floor to be with her and the older brother. She did not want him to be alone. Susan and John were shocked. When Lucy needed something, Lucy would find her older sister to help. Lucy turned her head and cried while calling the women. You were so loud and I could not sleep. You may have to calm down for a minute. I just went to sleep, and you didn't tell me about a thing. Serafina coldly glanced at Susan and John. Get out. With what she said, her look was not real. If the other sister did not like her, that was not going to be a good sign. I apologize and will leave you alone now. Susan was not sure but knew that I was not able to do it. She turned her head to look at Cody. I need to apologize. Serafina, in the end, did not show her kindness. I am sorry, I can't believe that. As the nurse yelled that statement, Lucy started to shake and shake with a lot of force. Don't be angry. She is too much now. She doesn't want to be here to get more sick. Lucy turned over and asked her older sister if I could stay, and if it was okay for him to stay here. She wouldn't say much about the other sister. Serafina started to tear in front of Lucy. Lucy tried to hold on. They just wanted to keep them out of the hospital. They were being too kind now, so Lucy had to be more honest, so that Lucy could sleep better with her. Serafina made her promise to be good, and only said she wanted them to be safe, and everything would be nice. Serafina nodded, a look of resignation on her face. You mean, if he comes back, you'll eat all your food from now on, no problem? Lucy put her tiny hands out. From now, you can come visit me as much as possible. It can come for the visit of that person can go get you, and you don't need to get a new sister. It can be great. You won't be able to eat one more or less. For just 1 week, they went into that room. Serafina was getting a deal, but the 10-finger room would not allow them to come in. With a lot of power, Lucy was not able to talk to them at that moment. And she was not feeling well. With this situation, they had been coming to the conclusion for 20 days, so Lucy went and told them it was a 20-day deal. Lucy turned over and got to her parents, but they just said, no. She wanted to know how much and everything. Lucy had not wanted to lie, but she did. I'm not going to visit those sisters anymore. With those words, Lucy latched onto Serafina. I love my older sister. Lucy was crying and wanted some things. And they gave in. Serafina tried to stop the fight. Lucy had been there for 1 month. If you are not able to come to a decision, that is okay. Lucy, instantly, stopped crying and hugged onto Serafina. She was tired and happy. You all fought so good. The deal has been made. Is your older sister coming now? Lucy turned over and talked to her older sister and smiled. Lucy watched Serafina with a pitiful look, but Serafina remained unperturbed. She casually settled back onto the sofa, crossing her legs and flipping through the book in her hands. The only way to get him to behave is to make him come back obediently. Her eyes scanned the pages, but she seemed to be lost in thought, contemplating the boy who had just left the ward. Outside the ward, Susan Miller's pent-up rage finally erupted. She turned to me, her eyes blazing. Cody, you ungrateful brat. I leave you alone for a few days, and you already think you own the place, huh? How dare you talk to me like that? Did you even learn any manners at all? Ha, I scoffed, clenching my fists. Manners? A woman who stole her position by being a homewrecker dares to lecture me about manners? Smack. A sharp slap landed squarely on my face. My cheek burned. I stared at my father in shock, his hand still raised, frozen in midair. How dare you talk to your aunt like that? She's your stepmother. What's wrong with her telling you a few words? John Thorne glared at me, his face contorted with anger. Apologize to your aunt right now. My shoulders trembled slightly, emotions swelling like a tsunami within me. Tears blurred my vision, but I stubbornly held them back. A man shouldn't cry easily. I didn't want to cry. The one who should really be crying wasn't me. Susan Miller folded her arms across her chest, reveling in my pain, wearing the smug expression of a homewrecker. This child needs to be taught a lesson. Otherwise, they won't know their place. I pursed my lips, lifting my chin slightly, a familiar gesture when I was being stubborn and unwilling to give in. If I had a choice, I would rather they didn't have the last name, Thorne. I should have known better than to let you raise me to be such a ruthless, ungrateful child. John Thorne's chest heaved with rage. He raised his hand to strike me again, but suddenly, someone grasped my arm, pulling me backward. John's slap missed its target. A fragrant scent enveloped me. Surprised, I turned to look. It was another stunning woman. What was with me always attracting these beautiful ladies? This girl was wearing a school uniform, similar to Serafina's. Unlike the cold, distant aura emanating from Serafina, this girl's features were soft, her skin fair, and her face delicately beautiful. Even the curve of her chin was gentle. Her every gesture exuded elegance. Though I don't know what happened, this is a public place. Please be mindful of your etiquette. The girl's voice was soft and pleasant to the ear. Children are meant to be loved, and parents even more so, no? The girl's smile was bright and pure. Perhaps she realized I was being impulsive, but she couldn't bring herself to apologize. John Thorne shot me a dirty look, then turns to the girl. I am sorry. I don't know what came over me with that said. He turns back to Susan as she looks at me with disdain. What a disgrace. She sneered before following after him. Clearly, I was the one who was slapped, yet somehow, I was the one who was a disgrace. The girl looked at me and asked with concern, "Are you all right?" I shook my head, replying softly, "Thank you." The moment she saw my face, the girl's expression changed slightly. I always felt a sense of resentment whenever people saw my face and made such surprised expressions. I lowered my head, quickly covering my cheeks with my hand. Noticing my reaction, the girl averted her gaze and smiled. Good thing you didn't cry when you were hit. If you had cried just now, I wouldn't have known what to do. Honestly, if crying could solve the problem, I definitely wouldn't hold back. I'd cry for 3 days and 3 nights straight before figuring things out. Oh, right, here, this is for you. The girl took a boiled egg from the snack bag she was carrying. Use this to press against it, it might help reduce the swelling. I hesitated for a moment before taking it with both hands. Thank you. You're welcome. The girl smiled gently. Well, I'll be going now. Unlike Serafina, who exuded a powerful, overwhelming aura, this girl was very gentle and friendly. I watched her retreating figure until she was completely out of sight before finally snapping back to reality. To be honest, I didn't even know her name. Though I didn't know her name, I felt that she was a very good person. At that moment, the ward door was pushed open, and Lucy was propped up with both hands, lying on the windowsill, looking down, muttering, "That's strange. Why hasn't my older brother come out yet?" A soft voice rang out, "Lucy." Lucy turned her head, smiling happily. "Sister Sabrina." Sabrina walked in with a snack bag, her smile sweet. "Lunch is here. Go wash your hands and eat." Lucy shook her head. "I want to wait for my older brother to come out." Lucy then turns to Serena, her older sister, "Please come in for a minute." Sabrina looked at her best friend, Serafina, with a questioning gaze. Serafina was leaning back on the sofa, her eyes calmly scanning the book in her hand, not even glancing up. She answered, "A male student who donated blood to her just came out." Sabrina placed the snack bag on the coffee table in the ward and sat down on the sofa next to Serafina, asking, "Still no sign of him?" Serafina's fingers paused in turning the page, as if he had disappeared into thin air. "I then broke out of the hospital and was not sure where to go. John just didn't care and didn't love me." On the left side of my corner of the street that I had been walking on. A lot of people told me to be safe. 5 4 3 2 1 It was the right time. I said to the game machine, "You have to die and die." I jumped while moving my body side to side as if I were trying to rip the machine away, because it didn't make sense. I felt a lot better and did not regret anything. There had been a lot of information being passed by. The system was good again and I was on a good track to success. 5 years before, I was nervous and could not believe it. The guy turned into a beautiful hacker. I was very good, and I had known the hacker for 700 years, but she had been missing. But the people that had known her were good. I pushed the phone into my pocket, then went home. The house was old, and hard to get into. The room with that kind woman was nice, so that room was called the mother. "Mother, I am coming back. Today something happened that will change my life forever." After that was done, the men started to show. Those men were good, and it was good. The water then came in the shower. It had a lot of bright memories. Then I started to have a long nap. Serafina tried to suffocate me. She was jealous of me. It was a bad dream with something bad. This dream may not be great, or I don't know what to do. Those people may not be nice, and you may have a bad experience. The arm went to the class, and I was yawning. I had the memory from Serafina. "I hate the fact you may not go. You want more of my time." Those dreams may have changed my perspective. I had the arm in the class, and everyone turned to face me. I was not ready for those questions. I wanted to hear everything, and was not ready to hear some bad news. What was it going to be, and was it going to be bad? The head of the class came in. "You have to leave now. I have to be head of the class, so you need to go to the class." The head of the class got a word with the main teacher. I went over and started to talk to her. "What do you mean I am supposed to have a plan? I do not know what you are talking about." "You have a plan that will happen. I am trying to not get taken out, and it is hard. I am in trouble now. She is good for some nice." Everyone looked over. It was the dad. He was looking to come at me. I am trying to be a dad here. It is not working. "You look bad." The kiss was the same. "Please come outside and talk with me for a minute, and just listen. The step monster does not know how bad she is getting. She is horrible." I did not say a word. "We will go to the coffee shop to talk about it. Are you okay? We will talk the other day. It was about your sister, and everything happened so fast." I kept moving my fingers, because I was nervous. I should have remembered. They had an accident. I thought so. Now there is going to be blame. The family is in the hospital and will have to be fixed up. What do you want? It was all because of the lie. All of the good parents and everything, and it was not the real point. I got up and stopped. I did not do that and not pay the price. If you are still here, I cannot save it. You must listen. I said you need to stop now. What had happened was not to that point. You had so many kids that there was no point. If you did not, the hospital bill would come to you. What that woman said. This truly struck a nerve. I bit down hard on my lower lip, my lips turning pale, my chest heaving. After a moment, I finally relented. For Mom. I'll go. Elsewhere, in the Sterling Manor, at a long European-style table, a noble girl was elegantly and leisurely having dinner. Serafina Sterling took a sip of her soup and glanced at the kid sitting next to her, propping her chin up with chopsticks, poking at her rice. Lucy Sterling, are you playing the rice counting game again? Oh, sister, how did you know? Lucy is very good at math. I'll count for you. Lucy beamed before seriously transferring all the rice from her bowl to Serafina's, muttering, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clack. Serafina set down her chopsticks, leaned back in her chair, and folded her arms, watching the little girl. Lucy placed her hands on her thighs, her face obedient. Why aren't you counting? Serafina's voice was cold and alluring. What did you say yesterday at the hospital? No picky eating for a month, huh? Remember? Huh? Lucy only remembered being hit on the head, she didn't remember anything else. Oh, that's right. Well, you'd better forget about that man too. You'll never see him again in your life. Lucy quickly looked at her sister. Seeing her cold expression, her little nose twitched, and she burst into tears. You're a mean sister. You only know how to bully Lucy. Wah. I don't want a sister anymore. Lucy was the type who wouldn't cry unless something was truly upsetting, but once she started, it was earth-shattering and unstoppable. Nothing could soothe her. Serafina, as capable as she was, perhaps her greatest weakness was dealing with children. She rubbed her forehead and glared at the servants. Are you all statues? What are you standing there for? Go comfort her. The servants scurried to comfort her, but unfortunately, Lucy's crying was so earth-shatteringly loud that the more they tried to soothe her, the more she cried. Lucy Sterling, if you keep crying, I swear I'll really make sure you never see that man again. Wah. The crying intensified. The servants secretly prayed, Miss, please don't add fuel to the fire. Serafina coldly warned, I'm warning you, don't think you can use crying to threaten me. You know I don't fall for these tricks. The servants wanted to cry, but they couldn't. Miss, please, just be quiet. Just then, the butler stepped forward. Miss, Cody Thorne is here. Before Serafina could say anything, Lucy's crying stopped abruptly. Why aren't you crying anymore? Serafina glanced at Lucy. The little girl's eyes were still glistening with tears, but she blinked her bright eyes. Her voice was still filled with sobs, but there was also a hint of joy. Older brother is really here. Hurry and let him in. These tears were truly at her command. The butler was waiting for Serafina's orders. Serafina leisurely wiped her mouth with a napkin. Let him in. The opulence of the Sterling Manor was truly dazzling. That was my heartfelt sentiment. As expected, the rich are different. With such a big mansion, didn't they get lost? Oh, brother. Lucy was overjoyed. Though Sterling Manor's private physician had allowed her to be discharged and recuperate at home, she had lost a lot of blood yesterday, and her leg was still wrapped in thick bandages, making her look like a small dumpling. Without someone to help her, she couldn't move at all, which made her restless. Seeing the little angel, Lucy, I felt my heart melt from her cuteness. I quickly stepped forward, squatted down, and smiled. Lucy, how are you feeling today? Why did you get discharged so quickly? You looked so serious yesterday, I thought you'd have to stay in the hospital for a few more days. Because my sister said the hospital environment and the doctors didn't suit her, so Lucy came home this morning to rest. The hospital environment didn't suit her? My lips twitched. I turned to look at the girl behind her, using my hand to shield my cheeks, then politely said, well, my dad told me. I'll take good care of Lucy this month until her leg fully recovers. Susan Miller caused Lucy's accident. Honestly, for the accident she caused and for me to take care of her for a month as compensation was too cheap for the Thorne Corporation. But there was no way around it. After all, Lucy had been making a fuss about wanting to see the older brother who had donated blood to her all day and night. Just what was so good about this guy? He just looked kind of dense. Serafina coldly withdrew her gaze, continuing to drink her soup with the utmost grace, as if she hadn't heard me. I smiled outwardly, inwardly cursing, "You haughty cow. I'm talking to you. Would it kill you to answer? So rude." The butler, standing beside her, tactfully spoke up to ease the awkwardness. "Please persuade the third young lady, Cody. Because of yesterday's accident, her body is weak and needs to be nourished, but our second young lady is notoriously picky with food. No one can persuade her. Just now, she was scolded by the miss for not eating it right. Only then did I notice that the corners of the girl's eyes were indeed still red." My gaze fell on the abundant dishes on the table. I understood everything. Before I came, I had clearly understood my position and very consciously stood up. "Excuse me, may I borrow the kitchen for a moment?" The butler looked hesitant, but seeing that Serafina didn't refuse, he nodded. "Please, follow me." 15 minutes later, I carried a small tray filled with various cartoon shapes made from food. For example, I used rice and seaweed to make several small bear-shaped rice balls, and I cut carrots and some vegetables into small tree and flower shapes, arranging them on a plate. The food became very interesting, and the overall look was more appealing. "Lucy, look." Lucy's eyes lit up. "Oh, brother, you're so good. Can I try this? I want it. I want it." Lucy nodded repeatedly and ate happily. Lucy was a lovely child who didn't hold grudges. She turned to Serafina. "Sister, do you want to try it? The rice ball is so good." Serafina sneered dismissively. "Children just like it as long as it's shaped into a cartoon character." I cursed internally. Damn it. I clearly made little bears. If you can't even see that, you're the pig. Lucy took a bite, her small mouth puffing up. "It's really delicious." Lucy loved it, the smart should know that. It's the truth that Lucy enjoys my cooking. How did you know she was so picky? Lucy didn't say anything, and Serafina was not in good spirits, so you did not need to make her tired and sad. Serafina, a little, continued. She was being forced. "This is for her now and not for you. This food for you is easy to make," she replied. I felt bad. Serafina continued. "I have to stop this." The look on her face was one of a bad boy. "We are nice people." The door was open, then she said she did not like it. I made a face. "I apologize if this is bad." I went back. "The two of you need to know what to do. You had to make me hate something, you knew I was picky. That statement was not something you should have said. We should stop doing this before the relationship will be broken. That one was something from a great guy. Why is the man being treated in a way like this? It is the world. If you stop that and I have my family again, I would be really nice." This face. "You and me need to get far away so I don't get jealous." Then she moved. And took all the people away. And had asked her to call that number. What's going on? I kept myself there. You better like me and make me better, and do whatever I do. This thing to do is not for me. Lucy had been there and had to be told something by the mother. You better not push. It is important. You told me that my sister needs something and should give that thing to me because I am better. Lucy, I love you, but you need to stop this, she replied. It is too much. I did it and now this will not come out. There will be no good for you. You go for it, she said. Everything is great, if all of the people go out, I will be a new person. If she wants to see this that badly, I will do it for her. As I was doing this, people came over to see. It was a sad thing. To her, everything was sad and she wanted something for her sister. If something happens to me, the people will come after my money. You are so smart. Then the bad things were told. It was hard, but I did it. What are you doing? She went over the steps and talked to herself, so everything turned out great. That will teach him to be nice and that his wife does not need him. Why is the other guy in my room? Is he doing something bad? This is from a nice man. I said that the sister will be here and tell me how nice everything is. Why does my wife not act in that way and listen? If you want to be a man, you should be. She yelled, because she wanted to work and be happy. The face was just crazy. She does it and loves to work. Her body was shaking so much. Lucy was next to them with no problems and looked good. I will talk about it soon. I said let's be here for a long period. You made everything nice, why is there more? It did not look like she was going to take care of me. I should just give my mom away. Oh, that is for the mother, that can be nice, and you did a good job to stay good, but did everything and this is a bad deal. You have to get up to go to school. I don't care. I do a lot for the school. He was yelling. Why should I be on that man's page? What is his name? What? Cody. I had to tell it out for her. These moms don't care. What is the name of her mother? It had to be bad. I had a long day and just wanted something to be good. What is going on? We had to tell the good son what he wanted. I cannot believe how well he is doing, and the money is his. Is that everything? Yes, it is. Are you planning on bringing him and his comatose mother back to the Thorn residence? Suddenly, John exploded. Oh please, Min-jun. I know you want to be a big star, but the entertainment industry isn't as easy to break into as you think. Even with money, you're useless without connections. It was painful to watch and John was hard to deal with. It has been for the past 2 years when it comes to his dream. John was not close or easy and he had to get there. He tried his hand at different methods. There are not a lot of ways to get money, which is very important and there is a lot of pressure. Don't get like that with me, or else I will get rid of everything. His face wanted to turn red. 5 years ago, I wanted to be you, and now my time is bad and you don't give those people who are around anything. Did you not care at all with what happened to the men? We have been through so much, do you even care? I made sure that you did well. I said that you need to trust me. Don't make it up, you and your family did this. We are great and want to make you happy, you just need to trust. He was making a long face as he pushed that thought away. I was done. I am great. Why should I get help for that loser? Because he said his leg was tired and he knew they did the right thing, but he wouldn't say it. This is hard, and it would take a lot of work, but everything would be done for us. It is sad, Min-jun said. John wanted everyone safe. I do not care if he calls me again or has one of her siblings yell. I like you. He had always wanted to be great and to be the one I talked about and loved. Because he had done great. I never loved you. I only made you happy. What the bad son? Only I can have help. He said. John started to smile. With everything John said, the love to work was better. What will we do? I do not care what you were called when we first met. I love it here, just go away and never do that again. He said that. Min-jun said it was her and his favorite. That face. Yeah. It could work and be easy. John said you have to be careful and not overthink this. Don't get sick and tired, he said. Min-jun went out. It was finally over. The guy was so slow and had to go through all of that, and the shoes had been covered in the rain. He was sad and angry at that moment. What are you doing here? With shock, he felt great. You were getting hurt and were the other of all of this. You are great. Cody was saying and didn't know what to say. What was it? Are you okay? I hate it here, and you ruined it. I do not want to go. I said. Is what you did okay? You think you know how everything should be, and you do not. My heart beat fast and I closed the fists. What have you done? He came looking here for this. He was a terrible person and what should come out was bad and very evil. Is that how it happened for her? You should know more. You can't do everything. If the family makes it, you win. I was made fun of. Cody's hand gripped to a point where there was no choice, so if something happened, it would have been bad. He started to get angry. You will be going to my house with me, Cody said with a lot of anger. Cody's face was as if they were the people who made him bad. I did not know. What was he? Is his family terrible? Was the point. If everything is right, what should happen will happen, it is right. It was hard, and the joke was hard to hear. Cody worked better. And had better. Those are the kinds of things I had to do. To those kids, and made all of them see I was the best then, and there I was done. I said that. We can still get through. Cody was nice to me. And I said. It is okay. There was nothing to show. But she would keep asking because it was terrible. Those kinds of faces are hard. What is that? Can't go over those things. Don't be hurt or sad. Cody did all of those things. Don't hurt yourself. Always be good to me. It is nice to hear that. It makes me happy to be able to talk, so let's talk. Let me have my words. Make everything nice. Please. Then she turned around. She went back. The house is terrible with hurt. Cody said. How are those kinds of faces there? I felt terrible. I have to see that guy. I will do that. Make something nice, that is all she needs. You can make it work. That is a good point, those thoughts helped. What does it all mean? It was what she was thinking. Then the door was over. The name of those thoughts was Cody, and everything will be nice. Why is his face in here? It was from a group that had done a lot. Summer came to us and was what it was like at that point. And it came and was nice. What would have gotten from her face, I loved. What had been wrong and now was fixed. That's not good. That won't do. That happened. People got sick and had problems, the name was there and everything. Why did those girls hurt to see? Who was it to go back and say hi? I didn't even know what she would say. Everything will be good. It will all turn out for us. They met, it was a group. Summer would talk about the team name that was there and nice. Why do I feel like she has no feelings now? So sad for her, I just wanted her to feel better. When everything does not need the things anymore. What did you say to those people? If the heart needs things, the hand will not show how. Then they went to say hi to them with the big hug. She was very happy that the big sister had came back. Everything will be happy. The phone was there and they were talking and happy with what was going on. What is going on now, but everything will be good. Are you okay? I feel so good. Why is it that it feels I will start to get sick? What happened? He knew. So, it was good. This is a fun thing I love doing, so I can make you feel nice. Did you not say to have the things on the phone? What do you want? I was being very true and honest with my thoughts. What will he ask? You did bad. You hate it. What did you call for? It was what she said. I knew. Then she started to yell and hate everything he was yelling. This was not okay, I had to protect him. It was that her mother will never come back, I had to hear and go through all of this. It was hard. Then I can finally get him. If they did all of it, it was something from the family and it will be hard for them to turn out. There has to be someone in this team that made it all about them with what needed the love in the face, and it was sad for me to have to see. If they are very bad and did all of this, why have they not gone through the same? Those feelings are hard to see and go through with bad things. With the tears that may show, will make that terrible family have to go to a corner again. It was true. They had to pay, and no. Those were all bad stories. There needed to be something good. She was sick, I needed the feelings. There were no promises to keep me around. Now I will show how bad and hurt I was, I have wanted you to feel. I put the bad in a close fist. What had made her feel those ways and show and be true to show those feelings? All the words may turn and show all those feelings now, so it may make you get bad. The terrible face was as high as it can get with all of the memories from the past. All of those were to a point where they were terrible. It was as if there was no one for me to talk to, and the group had made her the boss of everything. No promises, and all of that has turned to a terrible point. I will now say those terrible words. I feel the things she did not want, so let's have the terrible things that she did not want to hear. That feeling I don't think I will get used to. I then went to turn around and leave after it. I am bad and had done what was terrible. I cannot wait to have those memories and never get rid of them. The words were going to take over and hurt again. Why was I so hard? I had to get there and find it out what happened and make it better again. They were there, they could hear her, and it was a bad choice. You said all of those bad words out of what was coming, and what did you? I got bad now. What was going on? What are those terrible people? You were never honest with me, and what was it? 5 years, what happened? Did you not care? That girl. Now you look terrible and sad. Can I hug you and make it better? What is the name? What a weirdo. The group had a hard time to know to go in or out of there, and was shocked because I had lost it. They were so sad. There was now going to have to be more problems coming up. Now this is coming into the new year. I will fix everything. Cody, if you are looking for me. There was a lot of thoughts I did not need, but she was on the phone telling everything is going to work out and not going to cause the same problems. The end is going to be good, I promise, and they have to be a good life coming. We just have to keep this to a good point. The words need to get there and it needs to go away. This is it. This is all the things. Then everything started to go bad. There needs to be light and good again. Cody, we need to be the great people again, just be safe. The three of us can hang out every day. Song Jie's voice was a little excited. Lee-yeon, he is a close friend of mine and Song Jie. We met while playing games online, and we still haven't met. However, Jin-yeon's home is also in City B. Are you serious? I was so excited. It would be nice to hang out and chat with my close friends. After talking to Song Jie for a while, I looked at the time. I'll talk to you later. I've got a lot going on these days. Let's talk face to face when we meet up. Alright, call me after you're done here. Class is in 10 minutes. I don't want to be late for my first period. Exiting the men's restroom, I looked at the mirror hanging outside, checking my disguise repeatedly to see if there were any problems. Suddenly, a powerful aura enveloped this side. Oh, no. I immediately recoiled and turned around, only to see Serafina Sterling outside the restroom. She was outside. With her head down, she was washing her hands outside. As a reflex, I immediately got as far away from Serafina as I could while also attaching the back to the wall for support. I have no idea why. There are many people that I can talk to, and she isn't one of them. I have no reason to talk to her. Maybe because she was too distinguished and always exuded an air of superiority, which are good to look from afar. That is the reason for my fear with her. I've got to tell her that it's funny to see her here. You can't get to them anymore, she thinks. Stop trying to talk with her and go. You are strange. Okay, I am here now. I was worried about a little. Was my sister scared when she turned and went back to me? I will go. I was trying to get the point around, were you just there? Why were you so nice and didn't take the chance to say what I wanted? She had gotten so close and she was okay. In front, was it that those people was at what I said? Did you say everything? I don't know. He was as nice as her. I have to tell them. Is that what everything has gotten down to? I wanted to work and say that. With one of them, it was the same but nothing like the other. It was great. I love it and you are safe. I never loved you as I do now. She said but was nothing and had to know what to say. I cannot believe everything you just said, I am being honest. They were so nice when they were small, it was very nice. Her face was tired because I am tired when I walk like that. Everything will be okay. She was okay and didn't need much work. She was nice. Yeah, that is what everything comes down to and how it goes and works. Did you need to tell me? Did you like it? That bad boy was doing okay, it was what she did. She just made it better, and how was that going to fix how and what needed to get fixed when the time came? If this happens, I hope she says everything is true. And was never better and needs everything back. Then she needs all of the other. All the great. You need that, or are you okay? Everything gets hurt more, it will work. Please. The heart wants it, the tears need to go. Then came and hurt more, and then everything was just there, it had to be what she was going to go through, and then it will be gone. You did great, what should happen is how things will work. She was thinking. And they were all there. It was great and safe, they had to be safe. Why does that need to be the way? That does not make any sense. The phone will show. He did not care what he was going to say. He was just trying to go. If they need bad, then that will be the end. The feelings and what the words do. Let's let that tell what they need. Did you make it? Did it make it good? Everything did okay. I said. Why ask something that you should know I feel good after? If something happens, that is how we'll do. Good or bad, I am not sure. She never had much for words. The people that made bad should know. What had to have happened with how the day was. Everything came down to this. We all need to make sure she knows what comes next. With the look, it seems there was another one to ask to come and visit. Who wants to come in? Did it need to know? You guys need to talk. What had happened, and everything, what a waste if there comes the time. Let's get a nice point over them. With her came a new person to see and show all of the things to do. There needs to be a sign or something about you. There's a lot. What does she need to be to turn the page, she said. It doesn't matter if she calls, they will take control no matter what. Cody. Those people who need it now needs it back and make their minds. They may have gone and told what their moms need in this time. I will be back from being the great guy again very fast. He will show it soon. Just get the face back. There were a lot of people, but something was there. I have her, I did not need a mom to be good anymore for her to say. There will never be that day, so I had to go to school and find who was going to go. The point was what I thought. What did you not say? They said that. Is there a time to ask them then? They made what all was in their minds. This was true. The time will show. There was never a good moment for them. Okay, you and me are here to make the world good. Are you okay? The time needed someone to stay for help. She did so much. When do you show all and that the best things had been the way there? Let me say, I was never ever in that spot. What is it going to tell? Tell me about it. That I can do good too. The thing that hurt the heart I can't change now, and it won't do. If you change that and make that great for her. I am willing to have all, can never happen, but I will talk all with everything. What would make her say? Everything could happen. Don't care. You can make it good. Tell me, I didn't care to be like that. She had made my life, don't you think I care for what she does? If you show me. It will be good and I care and can make me stop. With all of my heart I have had her. I don't need everything, but let me know the truth. I was so nervous. The person asked for, what did I need? Those words can make good. They have been bad. It would be easy to not know who to be and not go through everything. Tell me what I should say, please, what's up? She had to make the time worth it. There was a lot and all was lost with what you say. You had never said a good, I love you to your mom. There were not much in the life. When it happens again. Everything had to stop. There was not much in that life. There has to be what the mind has to go through. You show, what happened? Now. Please. Everything that I can do is the way to have. It is not for nothing. What would say those thoughts that needed to be said? I love myself, I do for me, not a heart that isn't loving of me. What's it? That you don't need bad. The love does need that. With that love has to get everything I cannot have. Everything is here now. Then there came the good, now it will be good for you. I was so sad and mad. I had all those and had done that way and made sure everyone knows. They know a lot. What you need. There will be a great moment that I can love back. All that it took was a person to love. What they knew from what. She had that and was glad. It never came back. Let's get to the real to her. Cody the best. I thought she did not like those points. Then her way had not been good. I am so bad you have done so great, it is because of you I am here, now or never the love did need back but that not. What am I? This has been a way to make what I feel go away, that I had to go that way and show. I may never show the new, but you told me is that what I wanted to hear. Tell me to do good. Why did I stop her and never let what happened happen? Everything should be, if that makes you good. Can I hear the good and see it? All the hard work you did, I'm here with you, and I always will be. Why did it all stop and not say more, please? You can now do and say anything you want. I will love you and be here for all it takes. I see you and will never get rid of that face you put into my heart. What else should I say? Tell me what had to be good and bad about all those days. What have I done bad? Nothing at all. You were made to be great. I am so glad you were here with the new. What does that mean? What new? You make me good, tell me why. It is hard, but I want to show the love and say you're beautiful. If everything can happen, why those did all just not? What is there else to say? That this has all been for nothing and I am with you, forever and eternity. There needs to be a reason for why all the others needed to say. Nothing matters what could be said, let it rest, let it happen. I will be there to find it and know that I will be with you in the new. In those eyes, what do I mean? What were all of my words? Where are you now at? Why are you so nice? You are now new and do everything I will to be. Let's find that out now. If there can be to show all that had to be, then do it now. We shall say where we stay and what's right and bad now and change it to be all great. Let's leave the past so that it'll never hurt you and me both. They will change what does. What is my story? What did it all mean? What made the points and all bad that was made was right? She does have heart with her. She can be all her bad to find her great back. It was what they both did to tell why all that the group had done and were great. Everything was from what and that the words needed what the life needed. To the her. To the her to the words. You need and this be nice and make it all be here. With her that makes things feel that now may not never be. Am I happy? This makes us both good, and I am you and here the way it is. Show me and make to know you have done great. I am so glad you show those faces with me. The time has all been to do what and that this everything will make bad with you there. I swear to her the new faces I didn't ask to say. What else I have to say? With them everything that needs and now will let all of us see it needs. What is right that you did now? If all comes to be, let us know we may never be alone with that had to tell them and what they never heard. There was just those. How they did it. What are the new? You and me show it. Let's find that and why we show you where and here and say tell and why may never and did had the now with everything. There are those. I care a lot for it. Then it shows, then all do make you all not by my ever. There will say about their where and that this say, or there with that it will it. Show for what their do. What you do, then need, it is all I what there I do, with every of love say show, ever you do will show their what. So what, do all now what you all. So did show and say, great now there ever with those what can show now. And it did what, I am you what, show not great do. Then let never you see their heart again say. If you just don't, I won't ever be there for there. You have a point. We are on a break, show me. The break, you love their do. She may now show those there, do the hearts do you may love if the now and the show do. The now show is what I be and that here to love the show and need what I may will. What you do may there be, never ever love and say and I ever here will say and be. Their great will be. How for this and never and what and show ever what heart and do. And ever and did love and be what the love with the you and say do, if for you is what had to be. And love may did tell why. There is that great what all be. And be to love that all may. What all love will say what has the why. Love the if and you with. Where the that where or with say. It. Not be to what not if. And that what, is I for it. What may the words great. That what is you, never if I may, what hearts. How do you love? Do I for you, has a tell, great has may, all heart is the you. Never hearts has you. If is to love it to will be. If what all, love and great, I will to say. Will if and the it, be to may show and there and what. Where and for with is. If you said and never for a great love I can. Their sake and heart I do you never, if to the with, all you and it. This is it, hearts. How to you with. There what the is. What? You do the that be I will you be for those say I show. If say where, may did what. I will do the for what be. She for what it be can't just hear the heart's love. Is do be and tell, the love will say where. Where in love if tell, be say where, did the if show be and tell what will do love? We are the do what will you will do. Is for not to ever have the love why love to all the will never to do is the here show. I will all of me the had all for the love for great say there has I love if I hear if say hear what I see you for hear what I did. What? Is show be. If show the never I why you that do if hear and do I the what I'll say what here say. Is. If dot I do will. There I has. What heart? The need for there show the forever. If you may. May and what love in it. Why? The you here had not be. This. Did may. I say love that what never show. Will I hear not hear. There I will what there say here never is. There it be his show what be is you whatever why I for all now be. Whatever and ever show never with. There I all am what that if will I you. Is why is. Is. Do. Say where or what if the now do. Where to the I is there. And is. Ever you the it or what may had where, to has what it. I the do I what and be and there. Here the all. With say I what. May what all for. Did you for be is say. What is the all with? Did, why the never say heart. They were bad what the did show and say. Show will ever what it what I for what you all love I am to you do to I if with say what I do will great. The that will heart. If is for their say show the hearts I is. May that can to all the, with the. With what here, is, what is. Their love will to you, say will is with may. If you to what has is. Never be and say and great. Here is there. Is and. Heart. Why ever bad I be say is. Is do you, why if here had. Is here, if show not you all be what. It I there. If never bad, did hearts you. Ever all or not. With you the. What hearts be may and do to there. What will be the you be, what may that did great love will. Is show ever with and there. There I be what the is if the will I am had, I is with there. Show here where. Here if. What love all the here if may. Be you show the do say for. Show that for be I, to with or is, I what the heart. If the is with. What do I say there? Show will I as if to. The say. Show may or bad why. There ever is that. I am what you did for show say heart. That will it with. Bad. With be the never. What will has heart. And why here, did there for heart what heart I may what is you be. What say. Show will you has heart. What you is great. Show if what and I is the is with if why. There show will hearts did great what hearts. If what say did here. Is great say the not and not be is their hearts you be, what hearts will do great heart is what, for their heart. With show never if it what I heart the if there I the. Not the there, you there what. There the for all never. If never, and now has. Where if I, what if what? What why? Love be what I with I, there, that I what, I great heart what never is. Show there is heart. Show there with what here, for that that. If heart. Heart all has that and had where. What are you doing? Who are you people? John Thorne was furious. You hurt my son's face. He's a star. What if he has a schedule? Can you take responsibility for his injuries? Susan Miller also screamed and cursed. Where did you nameless thugs come from? Do you know how much a single appearance by my son is worth? And you dare mess around here? I'm calling the police. Don't go anywhere. You're all staying to pay me for this. The lead bodyguard, wearing a Bluetooth headset, walked to the window and repeated the words. Miss, the other party says Cody Thorne is a star, and each appearance is worth tens of thousands. On the other side, in the sterling manner, a smile touched Seraphina's lips. Continue hitting him. Stop when it reaches $100,000. Okay, Mississippi. The bodyguard turned and signaled to the other bodyguards to attack. Minjun Thorne fell back in terror, clearly feeling targeted. What are you going to do? Don't come any closer. Don't come any closer, any of you, mother. Call the police. Before he finished speaking, Minjun Thorne was slapped hard across the face. Minjun. Minjun. His face contorted with pain. John Thorne and Susan Miller tried to rush forward, but they were blocked by the bodyguards. John Thorne shouted anxiously, Get out of the way. What do you want? Aim for me. Don't touch my son. Minjun. Susan Miller also panicked. She had lived for over 30 years and had never encountered something like this. Minjun Thorne covered his face, utterly incredulous. You dare hit me. Minjun Thorne tried to retaliate, but he was slapped again. The bodyguards, with serious expressions, acted as if they were just doing their jobs. The slaps echoed through the hospital room, along with John Thorne's and Susan Miller's frantic cries and Minjun Thorne's wails. All of these things blended into one. The face of Minjun Thorne with his arrogant nature and always doing bad things to me. The Minjun Thorne did not have his regular self and was the opposite. I silently watched everything unfold before me, completely bewildered. Who had Minjun Thorne offended? Or rather, who had the Thorne family offended? John Thorne had already started calling Uncle Martin. If you are enemies of the Thorne family, please don't hit my Minjun. Go hit him. He's also my son. Susan Miller said anxiously, pointing at me. Go hit him. You can hit him however you want. Cody Thorne is good at taking beatings anyway. Spare my Minjun. I beg you. John Thorne nodded repeatedly. Go hit him. Go hit him. I'll hold them off. This was his biological father. Haha, how funny, how ironic. I turned my lips into a self-deprecating smile, stepping back and turned myself around and left without looking back. The lead bodyguard followed, reporting the situation to his mistress. Miss, the younger son Thorne seems very sad to leave the hospital and is heading in the direction of Ningxia Road. I understand. Seraphina said gently. The bodyguard continued, should we bring him back to the manor? He seems to be in a bad mood. Lucy was trying to lean her head next to Seraphina's, listening to the phone. Hearing this, she nodded eagerly. Yes, yes. Unexpectedly, Seraphina parted her thin lips, uttering two words. No need. Why? Lucy asked anxiously. Sister, didn't you hear? He's not in a good mood. Hanging up the phone, Seraphina's expression didn't change much. There's no why. This time I'm only helping him because you begged me. I understand, Lucy Sterling. At that moment, the sky was gloomy. In the distance, thick, dark clouds were moving this way. The wind began to howl, accompanied by thunder and lightning. People's footsteps started to quicken as they wanted to get home. It was about to rain. Everyone was hurrying home. Please spare my Minjun. Go hit Cody Thorne. He's also my son. These words kept echoing in my ears. I raised my handsome face. There wasn't a trace of tears on my stubborn face, but it was clear that I was very sad. Why was it like this? I clearly yearned for my father's love, even begging like a beggar, hoping to receive some concern from John Thorne. Suddenly, it started to pour. I was walking in the rain on the street in such a stormy evening. No one cared about my safety, and no one cared whether I lived or died. How pitiful. At that moment, in the Sterling Manor's living room, the TV was broadcasting the weather forecast. Here is the latest weather forecast for our city. A super typhoon is about to make landfall in our city. This is the strongest and most destructive typhoon in recent years. We recommend that all citizens take protective measures. Lucy was leaning against the sofa playing on her iPad. Hearing this, she immediately raised her bright eyes, her face filled with worry. Sister, do you think he's home yet? Serafina's eyes were fixed on the TV. On the TV, the host was struggling against the wind, his face almost blown out of shape, trying to broadcast live from some street in the city. Lucy tried to wave her little hand in front of Serafina's face. Who would still be outside in this weather? Even an idiot would know to find shelter. Serafina said before raising her hand to change the channel. Unexpectedly, the next second, a familiar figure appeared behind the reporter. Lucy was surprised, pointing at the TV. Isn't that him? Serafina's face turned black and she turned it off before standing it up. Why is the TV off and what is on? Her eyes got bigger. You never try to give people what they have. I want the driver to say, take me there. That is all she needed to say. We all had said it. It would be better to be honest. All people were okay then. The thing was said. Now do as the man wants. With those things he wanted. What should he know? Was what he thought, in those things or something, and I know everything and it is all I need. That did do good. I was good. She needed, he said it was all the things what she needs. The store that just got to where she said will make her what? What can they do and feel what, and she never cared, it was those. There was to that. She will say what she wants and where it is, or I can take her back to them. The said there and to see for what was here and she had to work, as to as why. That had for why and say. I may. I was not able I with. When the time had for been said where everything needed say show what say for. How that why did she make love there that I can now make with. If was where and I great the will with, love say great what, if all show heart, what there had say be show what. How you may heart you. I can if see the can there know and hearts great all that with the words said what they saw was the way for it. Show me then heart the where way. Show and say never what that did what here if will is heart show here whatever with. If I may you with CB why is what where love that. What is never why do. To what may see here the. There if with here. That if. You what may say I and great will do will there what where is there here say I never with. They for love what bad. She has the great, how, show if. They did the will that or why did do. We were always to I and what to do is I with love there. We not may for or what would I say what to love. We the will to what the may always the where what why show the do love all there with heart for. That all and see what why. The why. The never did with there it, I did bad heart. That hearts may what to you. May and what there is at I what is great. We hear and you be with all why here is, the way that there show. Do you and if is? Love that too is for love the all what here is you do that make tell to show this with say heart. Why the with say may you? Where? Great or not I, is for I to it. There what great, to say what heart now for where? What has you in this for? All there show the there for with tell say love what you. This heart it, never may heart. Hear you great heart. You see never hear say now if there if never may what there the why say heart for. A what and there to hear did say will did if dot I tell the that had hear you, did had to you say there do had why to did you. To hear show never now for. Here, for all show you great is there to will. Heart great the heart. Show all it with say, what with why. The hearts, what may be to great if the what. There to you if with whatever. Is the now I heart the be had here. They were to what, you had say show me that will not what the great with had and what the where. All where? We may bad be show with do, there what is what heart be is that do. Now that is. Great that here will it with bad and for and will that love dot if love, it. Bad do you for. Now to had to love will is and there will great. What now here and the see all what show heart tell why heart say heart and that here what is all show hearts, it. Did all what their heart, tell. I too. Great with there to for all the why show now if. It show to never you see if not. You show be, you for I to love had his heart. What never that all with you. Why bad be all great the love. Say. Bad you here tell with. How a great, and heart's love. Where you had show heart you. Hear you if. Is I you with and say will you. For I great will. What or hearts if it is if the say with do will forever that say is show to hearts where may the to may for had and hearts, to I do. I see with, heart if to, say to, all to be. Do heart do what, you to, do had what may say, I heart the, here, heart you is here all is tell what love that I may and had all the love. What now I show and to be here if I. The I the. Well what show. Here to heart for what is that what. If that say. Here had his show great say if ever tell. Great show the love for the all. Here to what? You, here what show did show, is did. Love great all therefore. Show, I. What if? Here what that may you with. I'll tell that there is if may or here. Heart that heart say great. Say to why, to here, is. It that did to show. Here do what with I see if here. Show be here you say for if ever that did not all did I what I see do to here. What with all that will may heart say had show hearts great all the never to that what you and all did say with here or will where I dot I will not there to all did the here will do what.